Yo! Today, we are going to be doing the official World Cup 2026 ranking. We are going to be ranking every single country from 48th all the way to first. Guys, we got all the tiers. As you can see, we have the bottom tier, which will be 40 to 48. We have the meh section. Meh teams are meh. That's from 30 to 39. We have decent teams from 20 to 29. Very good from 10 to 19. Contenders from 6 to 9. And at the top, we have the favorites, the top 5 teams that have the best chance to win the World Cup. These are all the rankings, and as you can see below, we have all 48 nations. We're gonna be going group by group, putting them in each tier, and then at the end of the video, we are going to be organizing it from 48th all the way up to first. So we have the tier list, and the first team we have in Group B is one of the host countries, Mexico. I feel like Mexico, they have a good squad. In the last international break, they got some good results, right? We saw them draw against Portugal and against Belgium, which are very good results for Mexico. To be fair, at the end of 2025, Mexico were horrible. I think they lost against Japan, they lost against South Korea. They didn't win in 6 matches in a row. But so far in 2026, I do feel like they're pretty good. Guys, we'll start by putting Mexico in decent. We're gonna start off with Mexico in the decent section, but moving on to Czech Republic. This is a tough one because Czech Republic, I didn't think they were that good in the qualifiers. Guys, we saw them lose against Faroe Islands in the qualifiers, okay? Faroe Islands are a trash team. But other than that, they got a few good results. In the playoffs, they were very good. They beat Ireland and Denmark on penalties, which is crazy. Czech Republic are the penalty specialist at the moment, but I think I'm gonna have to put them in meh. We have South Africa. Where should South Africa go on this list? For me, honestly, guys, low key for South Africa, I'm pushing bottom tier. I'm pushing bottom tier. I'm sorry to South Africa, but after the recent results, after how they performed in the last AFCON, yes, they have a good attack. They have a good striker, Foster. They have good attackers. They have good midfielders. I always mention players like Mokoena and Bokazi. They have a Polisto. They have some good players. Defensively, guys, South Africa concedes so many goals. It's crazy. In the AFCON, South Africa were conceding like multiple goals in every single game. And then recently we saw them play 2 friendlies against Panama. They drew 1 and the other one they lost. Okay, we're gonna put them in meh. For me though, if they're in meh, they're like bottom tier. Like they're like 38, 39 for me. But anyway, the last team in Group B is South Korea. Guys, where do you think South Korea should go on this list? Now, South Korea are a team that I feel like you always think of them as a very good Asian team, but I feel like recently they haven't been that good. In the last international break, guys, they were horrible. They lost 4-0 against Cote d'Ivoire, against Ivory Coast. South Korea lost 4-0 against Ivory Coast. I'm gonna put South Korea in meh. I don't think they're bottom tier yet, but I definitely don't think they're decent. Maybe a year ago, I would say decent, but at the current moment, I think I'm gonna have to put them in meh. Moving on to Group B, where we have Bosnia and Herzegovina, Canada, Switzerland, and Qatar. Let's start off with Bosnia and Herzegovina. Where should they go on this tier list? For me, I'm thinking Bosnia are between decent and meh, but I'm leaning more towards meh. Bosnia have good attackers. They have Demirovic, they have Dzeko, they have the youngster Alay Begovic, who supposedly Napoli are looking on signing. Please, I hope they sign him because I love that guy. They have Muharimovic in the defensive end. So they have some decent players. I think Bosnia are going to go in meh. Just in meh. Later on, after the tier list, when we rearrange everything, I might put them at the top of meh, maybe even at the bottom of decent. For now, I'm going to put them in meh. Moving on to the next country, guys. We got Canada. Big Canada in the building. Come on, come on, come on. We're putting them in favorites. All right, moving on to Switzerland. Guys, where should we put Switzerland? Nah, I'm playing. I would put Canada in meh. And I know a lot of you guys are saying decent. Canada decent. Canada's meh. They're overrated. Decent. Meh. Decent. Decent. I would have them in decent because home. Oh! I would have them in decent because home side. Yo, Dark Nova. That is facts. That is facts. Canada do have the home advantage. I'm going to put Canada alongside with Mexico in decent. Guys, this is incredible. Canada at the current moment are one of the best teams in the list. Moving on to the next team, we got Switzerland. Guys, Switzerland, before anyone says anything, I think they should be in very good. I think Switzerland are a really, really good team. They still have their manager. What's his name? Murat Yakin. Murat Yakin is a good manager in my opinion. I think they have some very good players. In the attack, they have some very good youngsters. You know, players like Vargas, I'm a big fan of. They have Ndoye. They have some very, very good players. Xhaka in the midfield, very, very good. Let's move on to oh my gosh, bro, I can't speak. Let's move on to Qatar. Let's move on to Qatar. Let's move on to Qatar. Guys, next up we got Qatar. And Qatar is going right to bottom tier. No questions asked. No debate. Bottom tier. Guys, moving on to Group C. We already went through 2 groups. Now we're in Group C. The first team we have is Brazil. And this may cause some problems because are Brazil in the top 5 or are they in contenders? Guys, for me, Brazil is contenders. Some people might say top 5. And I can hear that. If you have Brazil in 5th place, I can hear it. But for me, I would put Brazil in 6th place. So just outside the top 5 in contenders for me is where Brazil should go. Brazil are suffering with a few major injuries. Players like Rodrigo, players like Eder Militao. But guys, the next country is big. The next country is big. Morocco. Where should Morocco go on this tier list? For me, this is very close between contenders and very good. I think I'm edging towards very good. I think Morocco are a very, very good team. Very, very strong. But I think they're just outside the contenders section. I would put Morocco around 11, 12th place, maybe 13th. They have top players. They definitely have top players. And guys, Morocco's youngsters, they have some of the best youth academies in the world. And they have some of the best youngsters in the world. And if anything is going to help Morocco to make it far in this World Cup, in my opinion, it's going to be the youngsters. Because they're incredible. But guys, moving on to the next country in Group C, we have Scotland. Scotland. Guys, the team that beat Denmark in the final game to make it straight into the World Cup. I think they beat Denmark 4-2. Incredible game for Scotland. We saw McTominay with that bicycle kick. Very, very good game. Where should Scotland go? For me, I think they're decent. I think Scotland are decent. They have a good midfield, you know. They have, who do they have? They have Billy Gilmore. They have John McGinn. They have McTominay. They have some decent players. Scotland shocked Denmark. They deserve decent. I agree. They do deserve decent. For what they did to get here, they deserve decent. We can always move it around after, but for now, we're putting Scotland to decent. And guys, moving on to the next country in Group C, we have Haiti. Yeah. I love all my Haitians. In Group D, we have Australia. And for me, I think I'm going to put Australia in the meh section. Now, one thing you have to give credit to for Australia, guys, when it comes to World Cup and international competitions, they always perform. They always perform. They got some crazy passion in Australia. So that's one thing that you got to give credit to for Australia. And they do have a couple good youngsters, but at the same time, I don't think their team quality is above really any of these other teams in meh. They may be better than South Africa, but if you look at Bosnia, I think they would smoke Australia. USA, in my opinion, they're a decent team, but I do think USA have some major struggles. Some of their best players aren't performing. Pochettino, I think, is a decent manager, but at the international level, we haven't seen enough from him. And recent results have been very mixed for USA. Yes, we saw them batter Uruguay 5-1, but then we saw them get battered by Belgium, losing 5-2. They concede so many goals. I'm gonna have to put USA in decent for now. Calling the sport soccer is a crime itself. All right, and then the last team in Group D is Paraguay. Where do you guys think Paraguay should go? I'm thinking meh. I'm thinking high meh for Paraguay, but I'm thinking I should put them in meh. They could almost be decent. Paraguay are a decent team. They're decent. We're gonna put them in decent for now. We're gonna put Paraguay in decent. We can always change it, but for now, we're gonna go with decent. Okay, guys, the last team in Group D is Turkey. I think Turkey are a very good team. I think Turkey are very good. I think they're just at the bottom of very good, around 19th place. For me, guys, there's no question. I think Turkey are very good. Probably around maybe 18, 19th. Very good. Moving on to Group E, the first team we got is Germany. Guys, where should Germany go? I think that Germany should be in contenders. For me, Germany are in that bottom end of the top 10, around 8th to 9th place. Germany low contenders, I agree. Germany have a very good squad. They have a mixture of young talent and older veterans. They have Nagelsmann, who I think is a very good manager. And I know in the last World Cup, guys, they were poor. In the last World Cup, they were very poor. We saw them get knocked out in the group stages. How did Germany get knocked out in the group stages in the last World Cup? That was horrible. But at the same time, we saw a lot of poor mistakes, a lot of things that went wrong for them. And I just don't think it's realistic for them to have that bad of a tournament once again. I think Germany will have a good tournament this time around. Curaçao. Curacao is, yeah. Bro, they don't want to go in bottom tier. They don't want to go in bottom tier. Curacao are the worst team in this World Cup. I'm sorry to Curacao. I apologize to anyone that's from Curacao. I would love to go there. Love to go there for a nice vacation. But in terms of football, guys, Curacao just lost to China. Curacao lost to China. To China. And they got smoked 5-0 by Australia. I rest my case. Moving on to the next team in Group B, we have Ecuador. The reason why Ecuador isn't very good is because in the World Cup, guys, the defense is a very, very important part of the team. And Ecuador are a team. Guys, look at let's look at Ecuador's recent results together, because they can literally draw every single game they play. Draw against Canada, draw against Mexico, draw against USA, draw against Paraguay, draw against Peru, draw against Brazil, draw against Chile. Bro, what? Ecuador are a strong team. For me, Ecuador are very good, no matter what. Moving on to the last team in Group E, we have Cote d'Ivoire. I like Cote d'Ivoire. I'm a big fan of Cote d'Ivoire. For me, I'm going to put them in decent. I think Cote d'Ivoire have a very strong team. I think they have a very good defense. And we saw in the qualifiers how good defensively they were. But then in recent competitions, in the AFCON, in recent international breaks where they got that 4-0 win against South Korea, we see how good they are in the attack. Cryptics. Dark Horse, Ivory Coast. I agree with you guys. Ivory Coast or Cote d'Ivoire, for me, are probably one of the biggest dark horses in this World Cup. Moving on to Group F, we have Japan as the first team. And Japan, I think, are 100% in the very good section. 100%. And I've seen some people put Japan lower than the top 20. Come on, bro. Come on. Japan are the best Asian team by far. They can't play against defensive teams. That may be a weakness. Move on to the next country in Group F. We have Netherlands. For me, I'm going to put Netherlands in contenders. I think Netherlands are a very, very strong team. You guys let me know what you think about this. But I do think Netherlands are a strong team. But I think they're at the very bottom of contenders. I think Netherlands should be around 9th place. And the reason for this is because I'm not sold on their defense. I know as a unit, these Dutch defenders play very good. But guys, if you look at their right back in Dumfries, he's been suffering through injury all season. He hasn't played much with Inter Milan. Look at Van Dijk with Liverpool. He looks like a shadow of himself. Doesn't look nearly as good. Look at Van der Ven with Tottenham. About to get relegated. But guys, moving on to the next country in Group F, we have Tunisia. And Tunisia, I'm putting them in meh. I don't think Tunisia deserves to go higher than that. Some people put Tunisia in the decent section. I just don't think, I don't see it. I don't see it with Tunisia. I don't think they were good enough in the AFCON. In recent games, they don't look that good. But guys, let's move on to the last country in Group F. And this is a tough one for me. We have Sweden. Guys, what do you guys think about Sweden? What do you think about Sweden? Because Sweden in the qualifiers were horrible. Absolutely trash. But to be fair, in the playoffs, they looked pretty good. We saw Gyökeres scoring like multiple goals. He looked like a crazy striker. He looked insane. But in the qualifiers, Sweden were shit. They finished in last place. Bro, Sweden in the qualifiers finished in last place. 0 wins, couple draws, and they pretty much lost every single game. The only reason why they're in this position is due to the Nations League. I would put Sweden in meh. Yeah, moving on to Iran. Iran, decent, low, decent. I agree. For me, Iran should go in decent. I think Iran are a decent team. Iran produce a lot of talent. They're a big country. They have a lot of people, and they do produce a lot of good talent. Youngsters, they have a decent team, guys. They have a decent team. Where do you guys think Belgium should go in this ranking? For me, I think Belgium aren't very good. I think Belgium are out of the top 10. Do you remember Belgium at the last World Cup? Trash. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. Most overrated team is Belgium. Yo. Bottom tier? Yo, nah. That's too far. Belgium is so whack. Moving on to the next team in Group G, we have Egypt. Honestly, Egypt is a hard one for me. I'm thinking decent. I think very good is too high. I think meh is a little bit low. Next country we got is New Zealand. The Kiwis. We got the Kiwis. I'm sorry. Okay, guys, next we got Cape Verde. Once again, bottom tier for me. Now, I think Cape Verde are probably one of the better teams in the bottom tier section, but they're still bottom tier. Saudi Arabia, they beat Argentina in the last World Cup. Guys, don't forget, we cannot forget, Saudi Arabia were the only team in the 2022 World Cup to beat the winners, Argentina. So, by that logic, Saudi Arabia should be the best team in the world, but I think they should be bottom tier. Honestly, guys, Saudi Arabia are like, I think they're getting worse. I think Saudi Arabia were worse than they were 4 years ago. And moving on to the next country, guys, we got Spain. Guys, Spain are at the top. Spain are one of the favorites in this World Cup. No questions about it. No debate. Spain are one of the best teams in this World Cup. I love their manager De La Fuente. And the reason why I think De La Fuente works so well with the squad is because we know Spain have so many youngsters, so many incredible Spanish youngsters. And De La Fuente is a manager who, before managing the senior national team, was managing the youth teams, the under 19, under 21s. So he knows a lot of these young players. And that's why I think he's so good at incorporating these young players into the Spanish national team. Moving on to the next country, we have Uruguay. And guys, honestly, Uruguay, I think Uruguay are indecent, if not maybe even worse. Uruguay, for me, I don't like their manager Bielsa. I don't think they play good football under him. Yes, they have a few good players, but one of their best players, Valverde, just cracked his head open. And he's clearly not thinking straight because he said he fell and hit a table. So, hey, I don't know how that sounds going into the World Cup, where the best player gets punched, gets boxed, cracks his head, and is now saying that he hit a table. So, I don't know about this one, bro. The next countries we got is the group of death. Woo! What do you guys think? France. For me, in my opinion, France are in the favorites. The attack, the midfield, the defense, the goalkeeper, the experienced manager who's made it to the last 2 World Cup finals in a row. Moving on to the easiest team in the group of death, it is Iraq. Where do you guys think Iraq should go? Probably bottom tier for Iraq. I think I'm gonna have to put them in bottom tier. Moving on to the next country in the group of death, group I, we have Senegal. Senegal are definitely very good. Senegal are a fantastic team. I think Senegal may have the most balanced team in Africa in terms of amazing, incredible players across every single position on the pitch. And Pape Thiaw, although I don't agree with what he did in the final, and I don't think he handled that well at all, I do think he is a good manager. And he's proved it in the AFCON. Senegal contenders, they're better than Morocco. Low contenders, Senegal best African team, bottom contenders. So guys, a lot of people are saying contenders. You know what? I think they're at the top of very good, but at the end of the day, this is not only my list, this is our list. And if majority are saying contenders, we're gonna put them in contenders. We can always move them after. Moving on to Norway. For me, Norway definitely deserves to go in very good. There's no doubt about it. Haaland, Sorloth, Antonio Nusa, Oscar Bob. Then in the midfield, you know, they have Sander Berg, they have Odegaard, decent, low, very good. I think they're better than decent. I think they should be very good. The problem is defense is weak. I do agree with that. I think defensively, Norway are weak. Moving on to the next group, we're starting with Algeria. Guys, where do you think Algeria should go in this list? For me, I think Algeria are a decent team. But we already have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh no, so we have one more place for Algeria. So I think Algeria are a decent team. I would put Algeria in decent. Let me know what you guys think. I think Algeria are a decent team. Pektovic, I think, is a good manager who can take them decently far in this World Cup. And moving on to the next country, we have Austria. Austria, bottom of very good if decent is filled. I agree with that. We're going to put Austria at the bottom of very good. Moving on to the World Cup winners. The World Cup winners, Argentina, 100% in top 5. 100% in top 5. Now, I do think that Argentina won't go back to back. I don't think they will go back to back. I think they still have a strong team, but I don't think they can go back to back. Bro, yo, we got a lot of people putting Argentina in contenders. Bro, come on, bro. Come on. Argentina are not contenders. Argentina have to be a top 5. There's no way you can have Argentina lower than 5th place. No way. No way in hell. Moving on to Jordan. Where do you guys think Jordan should go? For me, I would put Jordan either at the top of bottom tier or at the lower end of meh. Because guys, Jordan have a really strong attack. Okay, don't get it twisted. Jordan have a really, really strong attack. I think Jordan should go in meh. I think they're at the bottom of the meh tier. Moving on to, in my opinion, another very, very difficult group. And we have Colombia. Where do you guys think Colombia deserve to go in this list? For me, I think Colombia are very good. I think Colombia are a very strong team. I don't think Colombia are as good as they've been in the last few years. I feel like recent results, Colombia haven't actually been that good. I don't think Colombia have that good finishing capability. I don't think so. Luis Diaz sometimes with Colombia doesn't perform that good. Luis Suarez, bro, yo, tell me you guys saw the Colombia against Croatia game, bro. In that Colombia against Croatia game, Luis Suarez missed a wide open net. Wide open. But I do think there are, like, people say Colombia can make it to like the semifinals. Like, I think that's crazy. Bro, we saw it on the Fox Sports World Cup ranking. They put Colombia in 4th place in the world. 4th place in the world. That was the stupidest ranking I've ever seen in my life. Moving on to Portugal. And for me, Portugal, top 5. They have great wingers. They have an insane midfield. Portugal have a top 2 midfield in the world. João Neves, Bruno Fernandes, and Vitinha. These are like 3 players that are like some of the favorites in the world for Ballon d'Or. Now, I think Portugal have 2 problems. I think their striker position is a problem, whether it's Cristiano Ronaldo, whether it's Gonçalo Ramos, whether it's another player. And I also think another flaw for Portugal is their manager, Roberto Martinez. I'm just not sold on Roberto Martinez. I'm not sold on him at all. Uzbekistan, where do you think Uzbekistan deserves to go? For me, I think some people may put them in bottom tier. I got them in meh. I think Uzbekistan, bro, they're a decent team. Under Cannavaro, they have a few decent players. You know, they have Kusanov at the back. They have a few other decent players, Shomurodov. They have a few decent players. Moving on to the next country, we got Congo. Congo, I think Congo is a tough one. I think Congo are also in meh, but I think they're at the high end of meh. Like, I think they're like 31, 32. Like, I think Congo are a very, very strong team. I feel like a lot of people won't respect Congo. I love Congo. Congo are one of my favorite teams in Africa. I think they have some great players. Let's start with England. England are top 5. In my opinion, for people saying that England are top 3, I personally don't agree with that. I think England have a great team, but I don't think they are top 3. I think they are probably 5th. France, Spain, Argentina, and Portugal have better squads than England. Let's do Croatia next. Let's do Croatia next, because this is interesting, guys. Now the top 5 and the contenders is all full. So are Croatia in very good or are Croatia in contenders? For me, Croatia are in contenders. But if we want to put them in contenders, someone has to get out of contenders. And I think the only right option is Senegal. I think Senegal at the top of very good. They're very, very good. Like, they can be around 10th. A lot of people still use that argument that their players are too old. But bro, I'm telling you, Croatia have some very, very good young players. Morocco better than Croatia. Okay, guys, from what it seems like, most people want Croatia to be in the very good section. Right now, we're putting Croatia in the very good section. And moving on to the next 2 teams, guys, the only 2 places we have is bottom tier. That's the only 2 places we have. Do Ghana and Panama deserve to be bottom tier? Guys, I think I should keep Ghana in bottom. I think Ghana are trash. I'm sorry. That's it. It's done. It's done. But now, guys, we are going to be doing the hardest part of the video, the hardest part of this World Cup ranking. We're going to be organizing them, all these teams, from 48th place all the way down to 1st place. So we're going to be organizing them by position. My final bottom tier is Curaçao, Haiti, New Zealand, Qatar, Cape Verde, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Ghana, and Panama at the top. So guys, this is the final confirmation of the meh section. We have Jordan in 39th place, South Africa in 38, Uzbekistan 37, Tunisia in 36th place, South Korea in 35th, Australia 34, Czech Republic in 33, DR Congo in 32, Sweden in 31, and Bosnia at the top of meh in 30th place. We're gonna leave it at this. We're gonna leave it at this for decent. So the recap: in decent, in 29th place we have Scotland, 28 Canada, 27 Iran, 26 Uruguay, 25 Algeria, 24 Paraguay, 23 Egypt, 22 USA, 21 Ivory Coast, and 20th Mexico. But low-key, I think Egypt is a bit high. I think Egypt is a little bit high. You know what, guys? Last poll. Then we're moving on to the very good, okay? Last poll. Egypt or Algeria? Low-key, I agree. So what we're going to do is we're going to swap the positions. We're going to put Algeria here. We're going to put Egypt here. We're going to leave it at that for now. What do you think about this? Austria, 19th place. 18th Turkey. 17th Colombia. 16th Switzerland. 15th Belgium. 14th Ecuador. 13th Norway. 12th Japan. 11th Morocco. And 10th Croatia. What do you guys think? I got to do one more poll. Where do you think Croatia should go? Because I personally think Croatia should be in contenders. So you guys need to know where Croatia should go. We are going to move Senegal down to very good and put Croatia in contenders. I agree with this. For me, this is good with contenders. Croatia 9, Netherlands 8, Germany 7, Brazil 6. So you guys think that Netherlands should be above Germany? All right, then that's what it is. The top 5. Guys, for me, I would arrange the top 5 like this. What the hell? There you go. That's what the top 5 would be for me. France in first, Spain in second, Argentina third, Portugal fourth, and England fifth. You guys answered this poll, okay? This is on you. This is on you. And you guys say Portugal. 61% of people say that Portugal should be ahead of Argentina. So you know what? We're going to change it up. We're going to change it up. This is it, guys. This is the final World Cup 2026 ranking. We ranked every single country. And I'm going to go through them all, okay? In 48th place, we have Curaçao. 47, Haiti. 46, New Zealand. 45, Qatar. 44, Cape Verde. 43, Saudi Arabia. 42, Iraq. 41, Ghana. And 40th, Panama. Moving on to the men's section, in 39, we have Jordan, 38, South Africa, 37, Uzbekistan, 36, Tunisia, 35, South Korea, 34, Australia, 33, Czech Republic, 32, DR Congo, 31, Sweden, and 30th, we have Bosnia. Moving on to decent, we have in 29th place, we have Scotland, 28, Canada, 27, Iran, 26, Uruguay, 25, Egypt, 24, Paraguay, 23, Algeria, 22, USA, 21, Cote d'Ivoire, and 20th place, Mexico. Moving on to very good, we have 19th place, Austria, 18th, Turkey, 17th, Colombia, 16th, Belgium, 15th, Switzerland, 14th, Ecuador, 13th, we have Norway, 12th, Japan, and then in 11th, we have Morocco, 10th place, we have Senegal. Moving on to the contenders, 6 to 9. In 9th place, we have Croatia. 8th place, we have Germany. 7th place, we have Netherlands. And 6th place, we have Brazil. And finally, in the top 5, we have England in 5th, Argentina 4th, Portugal in 3rd, Spain in 2nd, and France is the winner of the 2026 World Cup ranking. Guys, this was decided by us. This was decided by all of us. It wasn't only me. It wasn't only you guys. It was both of us. We did polls. We did everything together. So this was the top 48 that we made.